necessary, tragic conditions of existence appear evil. But why is life tragic? Why are we subject to unbearable limitation, to pain, disease, and death, to cruelty at the hands of nature and society? Why do terrible things happen to everyone? These are, of course, unanswerable questions, but they must be answered somehow if we are to be able to face our own lives. The best I can make of it is this, and this has helped me. Nothing can exist without preconditions. Even a game cannot be played without rules, and the rules say what cannot be done as much as what can. Perhaps the world is not possible as a world without its borders, without its rules. Maybe existence wouldn't be possible in the absence of our painful limitations. Think of it this way. If we could have everything we wanted merely for wishing it, if every tool performed every job, if all men were omniscient and immortal, then everything would be the same all-powerful thing, God, and creation would not exist. It is the difference between things, which is a function of their specific limitations, that allows them to exist at all. But the fact that things do exist does not mean that they should exist, even if we are willing to grant them their necessary limitations. Should the world exist? Are the preconditions of experience so terrible that the whole game should be called off? There is never any shortage of people working diligently towards this end. It seems to me that we answer this question, implicitly but profoundly, when we lose someone we loved and grieve. We cry not because they existed, but because they are lost. This presupposes a judgment rendered at a very fundamental level. Grief presupposes having loved, presupposes the judgment that this person's specific, bounded existence was valuable, was something that should have been, even in its inevitably imperfect and vulnerable form. But still the question lingers. Why should things, even loved things, exist at all if their necessary limitations cause such suffering? Perhaps we could reserve answer to the question of God's nature, His responsibility for the presence of the evil in creation, until we have solved the problem of our own. Perhaps we could tolerate the horrors of the world if we left our own characters intact and developed them to the fullest, if we took full advantage of every gift we have been granted. Perhaps the world would not look horrible then.